New Buffalo is an excellent day sail destination from Chicago, hosting an easily accessible transient marina with nearby shopping and restaurants. This video will provide key insights if you are planning to visit New Buffalo from the water. Stay until the end to see footage as we depart the channel. Hi, I'm Sailor Eric, and if you are interested in sailing and boat maintenance, you've absolutely come to the right channel. When approaching the New Buffalo shoreline, it is easy to spot Michigan City, Indiana, to your south, due to the distinctive and tall cooling tower for the coal and natural gas-fired power plant. As you get closer, say to within 5 miles of New Buffalo, you will likely spot the New Buffalo Water Tower, which is on the south side of the city. You'll want to aim north of that landmark. It's a white bulbous tower. Approaching within a couple of miles from the shoreline, one can make out a radio tower and sandy beaches in front of a condominium complex, proudly displaying the American flag. The harbor entrance is just to the north of that flagpole and is recognizable by the rock seawalls jutting out west into the lake to provide channel protection. You will want to approach from the west. Closing in to within a half mile, you will see a green navigation marker on the northmost seawall as you're arriving to the channel. If it's dark, you'll also see a red flashing light on the opposite seawall. You'll enter the channel and follow as it curves from east to south. You should generally stay as close to the center of the channel as possible, as this channel depth is listed at 8 feet and is dredged annually to my understanding. I have a 5'9" keel and have not had an issue with this location, though some friends of mine have struck bottom somewhere along this channel. The channel is fairly wide and easy to navigate. There are 2 consecutive 90-degree corners to the west by southwest in that channel. Both entrances come up fast in the channel and have blind corners and sudden turns. So be on the lookout for boat traffic as you enter this channel from those corners. The first corner leads to Oselka's Snug Harbor Marina, the New Buffalo Yacht Club, as well as some private condominium dockage. The second entrance leads to further privately owned condo dockage. If you've made reservations to the New Buffalo Municipal Transient Marina, which is what I'd recommend, then you just head straight past these turns and keep an eye on the docks arrayed along the channel wall to your right. The channel is wide enough to do a U-turn, assuming there's no extra boat traffic, though mind the depth. Having a long-keeled sailboat, I really appreciate a wider channel and straight horizontal dock plans. Navigating through finger docks, for me, can be stressful for a long-keeled boat. There is no anchorage or mooring field in New Buffalo. There are 4 marinas and 2 yacht clubs in New Buffalo, servicing approximately 1,200 boats. Yet transient space, in my opinion, is relatively limited. The best available dockage in New Buffalo is at the New Buffalo Municipal Transient Marina, which can be reserved through the Michigan State Park and Harbor Reservations website. That site is very easy to navigate. You can quickly check to see if dockage is available for your sized vessel during the dates you intend to visit. Of course, you can always call ahead. During our visit, the harbor office was staffed by 2 young adults during the weekend and a single young adult on weekdays. The staff is very friendly, eager to assist, and willing to provide any information required. The bathrooms are clean, sparkling clean, and kept smelling fresh. The marina, in general, is not crowded, with only 30 slips. There are picnic tables and grills available adjacent to the docks, 30 and 50 amp electrical hookups and hose hookups. There's no bar, restaurant, or convenience store on premises, but that is more than made up for due to the location of the marina relative to the downtown area. Downtown New Buffalo is just steps away from the docks, so accessing food, beverage, and provisions is all but a short walk. There are multiple condominium complexes that maintain private marinas in New Buffalo. This map attempts to show those areas I believe are completely dedicated and private to condo areas. You can see that the vast majority of dockage seems to be private. Oselka's Snug Harbor Marina is a public marina, but has very limited and ad hoc availability for transients. One must call ahead to find out what might be available, and at the time of our visit, this marina had only one 35-foot slip available for transient. The Snug Harbor area also hosts the New Buffalo Yacht Club. Corey and I took a walk by that club early on Monday, but this was prior to any services being opened, and I was not able to get inside. If you are a visiting yacht club member from a different city, it is very likely this club will honor reciprocity for you. You can find information about this location at the following URL. This other area I want to talk about was a closed gated community of condos and the access to the Lake Michigan Yacht Club. And I was a bit surprised because of the openness of the sailing community in general. This was really closed off and private. According to the Lake Michigan Yacht Club website, the club is comprised of 48 members. This area did not have public access, and I suspect this to be a rather closed organization. I was actually a bit put off that this was so inaccessible, but I would say that it is quite a long walk from the downtown area. Walking across the bridge gets you immediate access to the local beach. This was heavily utilized on the Sunday when we arrived, but less so on the following Monday. There is a nice walkway overlook of the beach available as well. It's a nice plank decked area. Kayak rental is offered by Third Coast Paddling on the Gallon River, which can be found on the northeast parking lot of the beach. I did this activity years ago on my first visit to New Buffalo, and I was extremely happy with that experience exploring the river. There are two restaurants which have been around in New Buffalo for quite some time. Perhaps the most recognizable is the Stray Dog Bar and Grill. This location can get very busy, and you may encounter a wait to be seated at this establishment. Casey's, also a bar and grill further up the street, offers a similar variety of food options. There is a newer restaurant downtown called Poor Boy, which Corey and I neglected to try, but seem to have a modern approach to decor and the menu. Nancy's Fast Food had a line every time we went by it during hot summer days when most people were craving an ice cream cone or a shake. Shopping in the immediate downtown area, adjacent to the transient marina, consisted primarily of souvenir shops, t-shirt shops, and fashion shops. An additional block southeast would bring you to a boating supply shop, a grocery store, and a pharmacy, while another block further would give you a couple more dining options, to include pizza. Before leaving New Buffalo, I met a delightful couple who had this very small and interesting West White Potter sailboat. The sailboat's mast weighed only 10 pounds and was easily rigged by hand. They had sailed it along the coast from Indiana. The couple's favorite vacation destination is Lake Huron's North Channel, where they trailer this boat and explore the many beautiful anchorages located there. When we departed, there was a northwest wind, which for many boats would serve to push the bow in exactly the wrong direction relative to departing, and that's what happened to us. Making sure there was no boat traffic, we had to reverse across the channel with the wind pushing our bow to the southeast. And once we ran out of space, pointing at about 110 degrees away from the direction we wanted to go, we put the boat in forward and pushed the nose through that wind, which required the entire width of the channel. This is how things looked upon our departure heading out of the channel. Overall, sailing to New Buffalo is my favorite destination when crossing the lake from Chicago to Michigan. With easy access dockage, a very walkable but small downtown area, and a quiet change of pace. I want to thank my subscribers. I really appreciate your support. If you've watched this video until the end, please consider pressing that like button. This action is free to you and will cause the YouTube algorithm to present this video to the feeds for others like you. This is Sailor Eric. Thanks for watching.